Please keep it on the stage, everybody.
Not British. In my line of work, not only an educator, but also like a therapist, a psychologist, even sometimes a father figure. So as a part-time Uber driver, I find a lot of guilty satisfaction and pleasure in some small moments with people, and I've learned a lot of things over the past couple months. Another thing that I find connects with that is when I'm kind of on my downtime there, another thing that I get a lot of satisfaction out of is reading the misconnections on Craigslist, which I know is a little weird, but like they're always kind of inspiring, and they all kind of tend to follow the same pattern. Like, has anybody ever read a misconnections on Craigslist? They always tend to go like, saw you at Chipotle last night. You made a joke to the customer service person and said, been there, done that. If you know who I am, tell me what color belt buckle I was wearing. And I always hope that like they connect. But getting back to Uber, like one thing I've found driving people is that I can't judge them, and I shouldn't judge them, because there's always these small nuggets, or often these small nuggets of connection that come, and these small moments of, let me give you an example. I'm from Philadelphia, so I drive in Philadelphia. I was driving, I picked up some Penn frat guys at like 9 o'clock outside of a bar, and I was prepared for the worst. And I'm driving them back to their frat, and I say to them, so you guys going back home? You going back out? What are you guys doing? And this one guy looks at me and he's like, dude, home is out. I was like, that is like broetry. That's like inspiring. That was great. Another time, a misconnection, but it's just so ironic, like life. Like I was driving this British insurance salesman to the airport, and we get there, and we're getting close, and for some reason we got into this deep conversation about technology, and he's like, you know, we used to control technology, but now I think technology controls us. What do you think? And I couldn't respond to him because my Uber app was like messing up on my phone at that moment. But like I found some things in general about humanity, maybe you agree or not, I find that most people, if not all people, regardless of race, creed, religion, love the song No Diggity. Like they have some kind of emotional response to it if they have a soul. So I want to tell you that the main part of this is this one time that left me disturbed. And again, I try not to judge. So I picked up this couple, and the guy gets in, try not to judge, try not to judge. He says, I go to Villanova, try not to judge, try not to judge. And I was like, oh, what do you do? And he says, well, I'm going to be in investment banking next year. I'm a finance major, try not to judge. And like, I get it. Like, I've seen The Big Short. But I say to him, oh, like, that's cool. What does that involve? And he just starts, like, making fun of me for the rest of the trip. And I'll point out, like, I was driving him to his girlfriend's gym so that they could do spin class together. And I didn't bring that up once, and I thought that was really noble of me. So he starts making fun of me. He's like, oh, you probably wouldn't get it. And at one point, we passed WXPN. I'm like, oh, it's everybody's dream to be on NPR, isn't it? And I know it's a bad joke. And he says, no, what is that, your dream or something? And he gets out of the car. I'm just like, what? I had that, you know, existential crisis that all Uber drivers have. Like, did I do something wrong here? And I thought about it, and I started to write a missed connection for my Villanova finance bro. And I haven't posted it, but I'll share what I have so far with you tonight. Dear Villanova finance bro, You rode in my Uber last night. You told me I don't understand economics, and this is another bad. I get it, supply and demand, but if you keep supplying an air of smug superiority, people are going to demand that you stop being an asshole. And again, it's not a great joke. But then a moment came to me where I realized I don't need to post this. A moment of just like peaceful satisfaction. I remember back to the ride, and I remember this one moment where I was still giving him a chance, trying not to judge him, and a certain song came on. No Diggity. And he and his girlfriend had no reaction whatsoever. So I'm not upset that I didn't make a connection with them, because I don't think any human connection was possible. Thank you.
Steve, everybody.